idea, a formulated thought or opinion, whatever is known or supposed about something. John 5:13 says, "Man who was healed had no idea who it was, for Jesus had slipped away into the crowd that was there." Hello, Purposeful people. Welcome to Fellowship Friday. We have made it through the entire week. I pray that you all have joy and hope and that you're feeling encouraged and inspired and you are just ready to go into this weekend with meditation on your heart, praise on your lips, and you are just basking in the awesomeness and glory of God. Hello, if you are new here, my name is Torrie and I am the founder of OurGivenPurpose.com, which is a faith-based Christian website. I want to talk a little bit more about the strawberries and the idea that may be planted because we looked at something and we have a takeaway from it. So these little berries, hold this one up, it's lumpy, it's bumpy. It looks as though it was trying to be more than just one. It seems like, it was just bursting from the inside, wanting to be more than one strawberry. This one is the same. It looked, let me see if I can hold it. It looks as though it wanted to be more than just the one. It wanted to be many. Today I want to talk a little bit about our seasons and whether or not we are ripe or if we still need some time. As I pick through the strawberries, as I'm pulling back the beautiful leaves and the flowers that bloom on top, I'm looking for the ripe strawberries, the red ones. And that's what was told to us as we walked in. How many of us need a little bit more time with certain things? Some things that we are doing right now is ripe for the picking. We need to sow those seeds. We need to let people know what's happening, what's going on, how we can help. And other things we need to wait. It's not ripe. It's still green. It's still green. It's still growing. It needs the time and the sunlight. It needs time to develop and be connected to the root for the nourishment. And whether or not we are ripe or if we still need some time. Now, many of you know, if you are to take a green berry and you remove it from the plant and you leave it in the sunlight, it will turn red. It will ripen. It will. It happens because now that process is actually starting to die. It's not being fed anymore. It's now ripening up, getting to a point of maturity, and then it's going to die off. It'll start to almost rot from the inside. It'll get really mushy. Not trying to go through rotting fruit at this moment, but I want you all to have that visual in your mind, to think about the things that you may be giving to people and what you are putting out there may still be bitterness. There's a word. It may still be bitter to the taste, but as it sits there for a little while, it becomes more palatable. It becomes sweeter. It becomes more mature, but then it dies off quicker because it wasn't ready to be consumed. So while I was pulling back and pulling up the berries that were red and were definitely ripe, I wasn't looking at the shape of them. I wasn't paying attention to how big they were or how small they were. I was really looking just for the redness. As I was pulling out and I looked at it, and some of them were like really itty bitty, and then some of them were really big. And that's like us. We have things within us it's big. It's our passion. It's our hope. It's what we want to do. It's what we want to give. And then we have those smaller things that while they are ready to be given, it's small, it's little, but it's ripe, it's ready, and we can give that. We can show a little bit of love to this. We can show a little bit of love to that. But as a part of a whole, what makes us up, what makes us the wonderful, unique individuals that we are the things that are big, ripe, red, ready to be harvested, ready for us to share with the world, because that is the Christ within us. We are not God. We do not have the all-knowing capability of being perfect and knowing how to do every single thing well. We are not that. But what we do have is a way to seek that knowledge, seek the wisdom for God to be able to use us in however He chooses. But we first need to develop. We need to stay rooted, and that is God. If we stay tethered to Him, we will continue to grow in abundance. Don't be afraid to stay where you are, not being comfortable, but staying nourished, knowing where your spiritual food comes from. To know that when you read, when you meditate, when you pray, when you take that alone time with God, that enriches you and it allows you to give from a place of abundance, a place of overflowing joy and hope. We don't have to be angry. We don't have to be upset. We don't have to hold grudges, and we do not need to be bitter. What bitter seeds you have planted, and how can you make that better? What can you cover it with as far as an outpouring of love? Maybe it's an apology. Maybe it's just, let me take 10 minutes and just, let's have a coffee. Let's have some tea. Let's talk. Let me give you my attention. It could be as simple as that, to mend that, and people can see the Christ within you. Thank you all so much for joining me for Fellowship Friday. Please leave your platform, your YouTube, medias, all of that. In the meantime, in between time, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. The podcast, which is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, is on Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Radio Public. I think that's it. I think I got it. I'm really excited for the growth and for God guiding me on His path, and I'm doing things for His purpose, and it feels good. I am trusting God through this process, and I pray that you will trust Him with yours. Have a fantastic weekend, Purposeful family, and I will see you all on Monday.